Hello, hello. Hi, gamers. We're not gaming today, but hi, gamers. Hello, Tyler. I love you too. Good luck with work. You might already be gone, but mwah, kiss. Hi, Moz. Hi, Lore. How's it going? Tigrats on getting first, and I see everyone's getting their plushies. Hell yeah! I remembered to start up the program before I started today. Also, have a nice time lurking. Hi. Hi. I have energy. I'm happy. Even though the weather's been all over the place. Truly. Like, it's fine today, though it's kind of cold. But it's been rainy and hailing, and then sunny and nice, and then raining again. I'm like, make up your mind. It was wild. I went to get a haircut last week on Thursday. Yes. I had to think for a second. And she usually straightens my hair at the end of it as a little fun thing so I can have straight hair for a few days. Just to change it up. It's just, like I love my hair, but it's nice to do something different. But if you've ever gotten your hair straightened, you know that the second it hits water, it's over for. So at some point as she's doing her thing, we glance to the side and we look outside and it's just rain and hail and we're like, damn, I hope that stops by the time I have to go out. It did, actually. I did bring an umbrella regardless, but 1 hour I'm sitting without a coat on my balcony in the sun. Next hour I get hail in the face while walking my dogs. Gotta love the weather. Yes, that's it. Yes, exactly. Oh my god. Also, hi, Katie. Hi. You got a little imp plushie. Hell yeah. Um, I on Sunday, just in general this weekend, I was at my boyfriend's place and like both Saturday and Sunday we went for walks. And Sunday it was quite noticeable how um we went for a nice long like hour plus long walk without a jacket. We were fine. It was really nice and sunny because we had also sat out the same like in the balcony in the sun in just like a t-shirt and such. Then the sun goes away at some point during our walk, but we're still fine without jackets. It's just, it's a little like colder, but we're fine. Later that same day, we had to turn up the heat because it was suddenly so fucking cold. I go home on Sunday and on my way I'm caught in the craziest rain. Now, again, I brought my umbrella because I kind of expected the weather to remain crazy for the rest of the weekend, but good lord. All the cuties are getting together in my chat. Um, but yeah, no, despite that, because usually that really fucks with me energy-wise, especially the cold. Um, which was crazy too, because like 2 days ago I slept with 3 blankets to stay warm because I was so cold during the night, and then last night I was too warm with just 1 blanket. I'm like, alright, sure. Sure, we love it here. Um, but I'm surprised to have energy, but I've been sleeping quite good. Yeah, that must be it. That must be it. That must be fucking with me. Um, then why the fuck did I have to sleep with 3 blankets the other day? I guess my battery ran out. Um, but yeah, I've been busy. I've been having internet issues that also were affecting my stream a little bit, but I couldn't explain what the fuck was happening. Um, and um it mostly happened while I was gaming. Also, hello, welcome, welcome. We have anonymous follows on, so if you want to introduce yourself, feel free. If you want to keep lurking, that's also completely fine. No, I just kept having my internet reset and be weird. Um, it mostly happened while I was gaming. Mostly like Final Fantasy 14 and like Monster Hunter. It would just like dip for a second and then get back. Head pats, yay. Um, got a new router, modem, whatever. Either. Did not fix the issue. Had to go to Reddit to Google my problem. Of course, Reddit fixed my issue. It's a dumb Windows setting in the end. Um, but I've been I've been playing tech support for myself because that was so annoying. But I'm glad that it seems to. Yesterday I played games with no issues. Um, and really, honestly, because I fixed it Friday. Ever since, I haven't had issues. So I'm crossing my fingers. But if internet acts weird and stream dips, please feel free to let me know. You're sweeties. I love you too. I don't know if you heard earlier, but mwah, good luck at work. All the sweeties getting together. Um, but yeah. So I'm hoping it's all good now. It's too early to be awake. I imagine depending on where you're from, it can be, yes. It's nearly 2 p.m. here. But very valid. I would lovingly tuck everyone back in, but I don't for many that's not an option. Bye. I was up early for me as well. Fucking the clocks have changed again. We did the time zone shit, the shift, the summertime shift last weekend, and I think this is the first year in many years where it hasn't fucked me over entirely. I've been having a steadier sleeping schedule altogether. And because I was staying with my boyfriend, he wakes up quite a bit earlier than I do, usually. Like naturally. So I feel like I'm used to waking up earlier during the weekend that it just didn't fuck with me, despite it being a different time than I thought it was. Um, but I'm pleased that it didn't fuck with me because I hate daylight savings. I hate that whole I wish they would stop doing it altogether. Pick one. Wintertime, summertime, I don't give a fuck. Just pick one. It's so annoying. Usually it like really messes with my system. And this, especially when it's like the one that we just had where you lose an hour, the extra hour just feels nice. It's just like, oh damn, I woke up so early. Now it's like, what the fuck? Why am I waking up late? Um, but I know that for I believe America already had it like 2, 3 weeks ago, and then we had it last weekend. That's the weird thing about it too, is like you suddenly have different time zone differences with friends. Whereas usually I have 6 hours difference with most of my friends. I suddenly have like 5 or um 8. And it's just I mean that one is nice. When they're closer to me, it's nice. Becomes convenient when you have plans. But it's still confusing. Making plans suddenly gets confusing because doing the regular math doesn't work anymore. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I want to work today, as the title may indicate, a little bit more on my model. I decided last week, I shared this in my Discord server. I had big thoughts. And those big thoughts I'd been having for a while. I think I kind of talked about it on stream before as well. But I didn't go quite in depth. But as I'm working on my new model, there was like one main concern that I had, that while I like this one a lot and it's going to stay very similar, I don't feel like this 100% represents me very well. Um So I was leaning further into making my model a character. And with that, mostly are like some design changes, mostly outfit changes. Hell yeah, get your daily plushie. We got another token of sleep. um, but one thing I was very afraid of with the model that I was working on was just I sincerely hate being sexualized. It's just and like I don't like lewd comments. I don't like it. And like it's in my rules. It's in my like if you agree to chat in my chat, it's in there. It's in my rules in a panel. Like it's everywhere that like please don't do that. It makes me uncomfortable. Um People still do it. It happens, you know, some people don't read. Some people don't understand the vibes, I guess. As much as I understand that I draw things that people think are pleasing to look at. I really don't enjoy that kind of comments, those kind of comments, especially when it comes to me, my VTuber, and like my characters. My characters a little less minded less because like bro, I have eyes, I get it. But when it's like me, the character you see on screen right now, I feel weird. So the design in particular was a little bit more daring in that regard, but I originally I just made it because I thought it looked cool. I didn't really think about that not until later. And it had been a big thing that kept haunting me in the back of my mind of like am I putting the energy out there that I want to put out there in terms of like does the design translate what I want in regards of like a design change of like I also did a little bit of a theme change, which is why we have like the daily plushies and all that kind of stuff. Um, but like, does it fit with that? But also, if those kind of comments bother me a lot, am I leaving a door open that people might push my boundary a little bit more than I am comfortable with? You know, and I never believe in inviting any kind of behavior or comments or whatever. I think we're all adults here, or we all should be adults here. Otherwise, what the fuck? um, you know, use your critical thinking skills and um I don't know. My community doesn't behave in that kind of way. Stick to that. But it was a constant back and forth where I was just like, it's not that I want to excuse the behavior at all because I don't think it is. But I also don't think I will take it very well if I make those changes and then feel even more uncomfortable. So I decided to make a couple more changes to the model in terms of design. And I've been working on it a little bit off screen, like just off stream, just I think I did 2 sessions or something where I was applying the changes. I did one real quick one where I was just um whatchamacallit, like doing the sketch. My brain doesn't work well enough to talk, but it's fine. I just did the sketch real quick so that I could give an example for myself and that I could get it out of my brain. Um, and then I have been working on applying those changes. Also, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. We have anonymous follows on, so if you want to introduce yourself and talk, feel free to. If you want to just quietly follow, that's completely fine as well. But yeah, so I've been making some changes. There were some design changes that I wanted to do anyway. But I just noticed that I was putting off the work because I knew I wanted to apply certain changes, but I wasn't sure that if I was going to do that, you know, I'm endlessly creating more work for myself. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to just finish it and then do the changes, or if I wanted to change things first. And I think at the end of the day, that's the better choice that I made, because I'd rather give myself more work than go to Bon and be like, "Hey, I have another update for you." You're slaying. Thank you. I mean, I feel very pleased with the design changes. I think at the end of the day, they're more cohesive. They read better. I think they read better in terms also of what I want the design to come across. I wanted it to look a little bit more comfortable. It just means that I have to change the reference sheet and the outfit sheet, but those are fairly quickly done. And the biggest change that I have to do is just to the model itself, but they're all layers that are fairly editable. I did a bunch of it already. I just need to reshade them, and I need to check which changes I still need to make. Oh, I wanted to change the eyes a little bit. I wanted sleepier eyes to show that I'm sleep deprived 24/7. Yeah, like I said, I have no issue with my community. Um Everyone here has always been delightful and very sweet, and um even if there's been, and that's a big if there's been a slight crossing of boundary, it's always very quickly been resolved. Um but I don't know, I just noticed that it makes me deeply uncomfortable, and I think a lot of femme presenting people online can um relate that it's just an uncomfortable experience that happens enough in real life. I don't need it to happen even more online. And I think it's very important to um consider the best way to protect your mental health in that regard and do what is best for you. Like, prioritize yourself. Like, I love a good design. Um But that's the other thing. I don't want my mods to have to sit here in chat like actual guard dogs and be like, y'all better behave or else, you know. I want it to be a chill fucking experience for everyone. And I don't want that idea to haunt me the entire time that I'm live. Listen, we can think things are sexy. We can say things are sexy, but we do not get creepy about it. I think there's a line. And not everyone knows that line. Yup, yeah. It's so unfortunate. I was thinking about it today, on my way home. I was running some errands. Some people just be feral. And like, listen, I support it and I get it. I know that within the VTuber community, and within the furry community, and just within the online sphere, there are a lot of people that are very comfortable with it and that are very forward with it, and I support that completely and wholeheartedly, but just exactly time and place, and know when not to. Like, if someone has it in their information of like, hey, don't do that, don't do that. Also, if you don't know someone, especially when it's a first time chatter, yes, exactly. Also, thank you. I appreciate it. It's if you're new here, or new anywhere, really. That's not just me. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We have anonymous follow us on. But if you want to yap and introduce yourself, feel free. If you just want to follow quietly, you're also more than welcome to. Um, I feel like if you're new anywhere, you should look around a little bit first and not have the first thing out of your mouth be something sexual. That's crazy to me. To me, that's common decency. But that's what I mean. It's like, I know there's different communities, and I don't want to dish on that at all, because I'm very happy when people are comfortable and happy. But I just don't want that to be the energy here. I'm an artist, and your design was so cute. I just had to follow. Thank you. That's very sweet. Well, welcome. I'm sorry that you came in right at the time as I'm yapping about an issue, but
Moss, you're sweet.
but it does mean that I'm gonna work on my model, on my future model, and I'm gonna share that with you guys. Like I said, I've already made some changes. I'm gonna continue making those changes. I really want to finish it this year. This year is the goal. Last year was tough. Yet last year I was focusing only on my health, and I didn't have a lot of space because I was just explaining literally 5 minutes ago that making a VTube model takes a lot of processing power for my brain because I need to think in 3D space rather than 2D. And I didn't have that space. But now I sure should. Don't be sorry, you're so real for speaking up about it. I sadly also experience it and love how clearly you state your rules. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important, and I see it across more streamers that I like and that I follow. And at the very least, you know, it's clearly stated there. If you cross that boundary, I'm very grateful and happy that I have a bunch of close friends that are my mods, and they take no shit and they will just ban you. Because I feel bad, but at the same time, they're my boundaries. I don't want them to be crossed while I'm just trying to have a good time, you know? I was gonna say your design is adorable too. I had somewhat of the same experience that I just had to change my design so people wouldn't be weird about it. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. I feel with this one it's less of an issue, despite the titty window that's now hidden by my cup. And what people don't see is that this is actually a full body model because that doesn't show very often. I have thighs, I have feet even. I know, feet for free on stream, crazy. I feel like with this design, it's not it's not so much of an issue, but it's the new design that felt a little bit more daring. I just feel like this design, I've never seen the full model before. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. The new model isn't even gonna be a full model because you never show it. I love your tail. Thank you. Reveal for me, I guess. Oh, you're not the only one. I don't show the full very often. Um I do love the design. I just feel like it doesn't represent me as much anymore, if that makes sense. I don't. It's very e-girl and I love that. I I don't dress like this in real life. I mean, I would to some degree if weirdos didn't exist and I could live peacefully outside, but unfortunately, I do have a skirt that this skirt is based on though. Um oh, let me go back to there we go. I have buttons to go back into chatting mode. Um Read the rules, read the room, 100% something to do before saying something in that vibe. Yeah, exactly. I told someone yesterday I have so many aesthetics I love. I go through phases. I mean, yeah. I feel like the new one is still not something I would wear in real life, but I felt like that was kind of the point. I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna make it more. It still has an aesthetic I like, but I'm gonna push it a little bit more towards a character design rather than just what I would wear, but still make changes that feel more me. I mean, I'm just gonna jump to it and we can continue to yap while I work. Helps if I press the right button. That helps. That helps a lot, actually. But yeah, here we are. Here is this is what I mean. It's not gonna be a full body. Legs, yeet, gone. Who needs feet when you never show your feet? Honestly, with Moss's model, I did up to this. This is fine. This is fine. You don't need more. I just want to do more because the sleeves are long. I'm obsessed with the hair. Thank you. The skirt was very big. Yay! Yeah, true. I think I might have done up to here for the skirt because I wanted to give you because ideally also you want the cutoff space so the model would ideally be cut off like here because or well a little bit higher, probably here. Because you want to draw a little bit of what's going to be underneath because otherwise you're going to be able to see that it cuts off. So I gave you more space on the model so that you could move yourself a little bit where you want it to be. So that button could rig it properly with proper movement. Love my model to death. I'm so glad. I'm so happy. My one and only baby, besides myself. The little cakes. Yay! Cakes become small. But I like this a lot better. I love current cakes, but it was hard to put him. So you'll see it if I put the coffee away. He goes down my arm. And we had to do that because if I do that, he's just, you can't see him anymore if I have the coffee up. And stuff like that. It was really hard to keep him in frame consistently with toggles. Same with like when I'm gaming and such. So I was like, we gotta think of something else. I think alt is a very good style, but I can't wear it because one, no money, two, I'd sweat my ass off. No idea how alt people wear more than one layer of clothes. I feel like alt is such an all-encompassing word that because I wear alternative clothes, but I don't really wear a lot of layers. Um, you can also opt for mesh layers or fishnet layers if you're comfortable with that. And I feel like it's more like I feel like grunge is more to the style that I wear. I think that describes my clothing style pretty well. But I I've worn all types of different styles that are all alternative, but that are you know, subgenres of it, I guess. The cloth is so pretty, thank you. Yeah, I love the design a lot. I feel like this is very what I wanted the design to be is like for those who know Pokemon here. I I wanted it to be reminiscent of like Banette and Mimikyu in terms of like possessed plushie. So I wanted the hoodie to have big sleeves with claws. Um I don't think no, I do have a toggle here to take the front of the hoodie off. I think the sleeves are somewhere else. Where? Who knows? Here? Nope, that's the leg. Girl, why are your sleeves? I need to name a bunch of the layers still. I don't recommend doing it in the way that oh, they're here. There we go. There are hands underneath. Surprise! Why do you think we always have iced coffee? Oh, true. I love Mimikyu. Underrated, baby. Is it underrated? I do love Mimikyu, though. Sincerely. I got it in Pokopia, and I cried. How long have you been working on the new design? Years? It's a tough question. I have multiple. I don't know if I have the iterations here per se. So at first, I was working on this model that I use now, and to make a change on that. I can show. This was the first. So this is a very shitty screenshot that I saved. This is this model with the changes implemented that I wanted to make it first. I had changed that as well, and when I started working on this model with this outfit, I realized I would rather just remake the model because all of the changes that I was doing, I was basically remaking a model to begin with all of the changes that I wanted to implement, and it would be easier. Um, so that's what I did, especially because I wanted to, I love my current model. I don't think it is the body type that I want it to be, because I wanted it to be closer to my own, which it's hard to properly show with the hoodie, but I think you can tell. Um, I wanted her to be thicker at least. I wanted her to be closer to me. Um, and then I started working. So I started working on this model with changes first. Then I decided to do a new one that I made changes to the overall design to make it more cohesive and more to my liking. Then last year, I had intended to finish it last year. But my health was kind of really, really shit, so I focused on my health instead. And at first I was like, okay, I can finish the model at the same time. No, I could not. So here we are. And now I've been working on it on and off, because that's the thing. I will work on it. It doesn't have my hyper focus at the moment, which is annoying, but um I will work on it for like a week and then be like, okay, see you in 3 months. Like I take way long. But at the same time, I get to take my time. And then because of what I was talking about where I felt insecure about the design and worried about behavior in chat, and out of chat too, like it's not just in chat, it's just online. Um I was just worried that I kept putting it off because I couldn't really land on what I wanted to do. And I've reworked shit on this design in particular as well. The bangs used to be the same bangs that I have on this model, and then I was like, what if I change that? So like this model alone has gone through multiple iterations and it's not even done. Um you made so many options to toggle. I mean, I have to. Uh with models. I mean, okay, to be fair, I don't have to make the clothes technically toggleable. I don't need to be able. I could just draw the clothes and not have a whole body underneath. I didn't need to do that. But I chose to do that so that if I wanted to make design changes like I had just done, it'd be easier to do so rather than having to draw a body that wasn't underneath it to begin with. I run in goth and punk circles, and all of them are like, yeah, of course I love Mimic. Yeah. Oh, rip your jeans. That's also understandable. No one blames you for taking your health and time over the model, future proofing. Yes, exactly, future proofing. And no, I know. I felt a little bad in terms for it's like I don't like saying that I'll do a thing and then it doesn't happen. I like is is that a word in English? Consequent. Um I like I like staying true to my word, I guess. Consistent. Yeah. Yeah. And it felt like I was failing myself to some degree, but I also knew that my physical and mental health were more important than a silly little VTube model. And, I do this for fun in the end. I'm not like it's very funny. I've had this conversation multiple times now. I don't feel like a professional streamer or anything. I'm just a silly little guy doing silly little guy things. Um I just draw and share it, and sometimes I play games and I share it. That's about it. That's what it feels like to me. I know that's not entirely true. I know that I've been streaming for multiple years, and I do treat it with um a modicum of professionalism. But I'm also just a silly little guy. So little guy, non-binary. Yeah, exactly. And I do have there's a lot of it that's already so I have the toggles for gaming that I finished. I was making some changes. This is the tablet. I was making some changes on here. I wanted to do a little circle like that's on my current tablet in here, either in the color or like just on the thing itself. But I might do it here. Little pentagram thing going on. That's the hand for when I draw. I kept them separate so that I could do a thing. And also pause up! So like I have a lot done. I just truly don't be like me, folks. Don't procrastinate. Oh, this can go. I was like, why is this here? What is this? This is just the sketch. This can go down. Is it just a sketch for the... Oh no, it's for the tablet and everything. Okay, that's fine. That can stay where it is. It delete later. I keep the original file as is, but then I make a final file where the file that I send to the rigger in the end to Bun, and I delete all the shit you don't need from that. We also have a beautiful egg head, where it's just the bangs and then the head itself. One of the things that I wanted to do is rework the eyes. So these are the current eyes based on the eyes that I have on my own model right now. I just wanted to, and I think I can just do that. I don't think I have to do too much. I just wanted to lower, I mean, it already happens naturally a little bit on this model because my eyes don't look like they're wide open all the time. I think they're drawn to be a little bit wider than they sit. But like I said, I like this more. And I kind of wanted to add eye bags. I just don't know how to do that effectively, but I think I've got some ideas. And otherwise we'll just do it with markings. It's fine. Don't procrastinate. Hee who would do that? Looks a task I should have done a week ago. Listen, I get it. I procrastinate a lot. Okay, I have an idea. I'm just gonna boop. Throw this where I need it to go. Eyes are here. If you go. But this is what I mean with like, this looks creepy as fuck. I love it. Hydrate? I will. I have tea. Even the eyes alone are so many layers. And this is just the eyeball. That's not one layer. That on its own is 3 layers. But what I need is the top, you. I need to turn the bangs off for a second. So I can look at what I'm doing. And then turn edit on, but low. Okay, about... So... Those are the eyebrows. Okay, so honestly, just these. Good, bad, and the dirty. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm just checking my layers. Theoretically, I can lower it. Do you plan to go to TwitchCon? No, I could not afford to. TwitchCon is so fucking expensive. Holy shit. No, I maybe somewhere in the future, but I realistically only go to 1 or 2 cons a year, and TwitchCon doesn't seem to be the con for me in terms of what I would enjoy most. Me and a friend made a procrastination side quest town in Minecraft because that's where we always end up doing not we were supposed to do. That's so valid. Fair, I may or may not go depending on whether I can afford accommodation. That's very valid. For me, it wouldn't be too much of an issue to travel there. It's just the con itself is not cheap, and I don't know, it doesn't really interest me that much. Taking you to Comic-Con Holland? Yes, you are! Because I'm gonna be helping you. I already put it in my calendar. No, I've gone to Heroes Made in Asia a couple weeks ago. I've gone to DCC a couple times, but I don't like it. It's too busy. Yeah, oversell tickets like crazy. I'm gonna do groceries and go outside. I'll be back later. No worries. Do your thing. Also need to... Where's the sclera? Oh, I didn't copy the... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this again. Also, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. You can, we have anonymous followers on, so if you want to just lurk, you're completely fine too. If you want to yap and introduce yourself, you're also completely fine too. I wouldn't mind travel that much, but I'm traveling 2+ hours in a maid dress doesn't sound like the nicest thing. No, that's valid. I don't cosplay, so it's not really a big deal. I also kind of want to see you. And I select you as well. I sure can. I made a promise that my first con would be in a maid dress. You're braver than me. Save? I will. Thank you in a second. I just need to actually click OK. No, that's very valid. I like how you render them. Thank you. I foreign cosplay in public and everything as well. You could always change at the con as well. But yeah, no, that's fair. I've also traveled in cosplay, but that was when I was a teenager. So I cared a lot less. What is this? What is this layer? Where do you come from? Why do you have shit here? This is why it's good to turn off layers every now and then, just to see that you've left stuff in places where they shouldn't be. And then I'm gonna take the top lash and turn off the sclera because I can't see shit. Extend it slightly. Do this to myself. So I would love to not have to redraw a bunch of the layers. Hello, Geen. May I ask how long you've been drawing for? Do you have art idols slash artists that you look up for and stuff? Oh, yes, absolutely. So many. I've been drawing for God, Jesus. What a good question. Um, so digitally, I started somewhere when I was around 13, so 17 years. Um, I did a little bit of drawing on paper before that. But let's say 17 years. I feel like that is the easiest answer there. Um, Never really felt that you'd come tonight on the crown. As in terms of artists, there's some thank you. There's some that always jump to mind, but truly there's so many. Um oh, I love this song. Like a bunch of my friends always inspire me greatly. I think um Fukihana is an artist that I've always adored her work and inspires me a lot. Rox, a friend of mine, Roxua. he inspires me a lot. God, it's too many to list is the problem. I'm failing to think of names and I'm just panicking. I'm just like, oh, what did I just do? Why is touch on you? Don't. I don't need touch to be on my tablet. Inspiration tier list when I would still forget a bunch of the artists. Because that's the thing as well. It's like it's like a channel that inspires me a lot, for example, is like Drawfee, but it's a lot of like what about their work inspires me is a lot of their mentality and seeing how they go through work and their um talk about the artist struggles as well. I have that with a bunch of my friends as well. It's just like things that I find very relatable. Like I said as well, they're my artist friends in general, I think very much inspire me because seeing them push for certain things in their art always makes me want to push for certain things in my art. I'm pretty sure it's also changed over time. Yay, yeah, for sure. Like it just it changes a lot. Um and it's just I will be honest and say that art I don't have any big goals this year, for example, in terms of art. So it also kind of just depends on um how I feel as an artist in general. If like, oh, do I have a lot of goals or am I just having fun? And I feel like this year I'm kind of just fucking around with my art, having a nice time. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to drag the shine to be on top of the lash. Because I feel like that makes it still look a little bit more open. Okay, I had it less round. I could make it less round. Meowdy. Yeah, I find it hard to list a bunch of artists because like throughout the experience of being an artist, that has changed so much. Do you remember what you started out drawing? Like what inspired you to start? So hilariously, yes, I do actually, very distinctly and very clearly. Hilariously, I started drawing because a friend of mine growing up wanted to go to this manga drawing class, like a 1 day class thing. Um in the local library, but she didn't want to go alone, which, fair. I was about 12, 11, 12 at this point. And so I went along with her. I drew as a kid, sure, but it wasn't really a passion of mine. So I went along. Um, I remember thinking, huh, that was neat. I don't think I'll ever do this again. Because, I remember my mom specifically looking at my drawings and being like, oh, these are pretty nice. Do you think you'll pick up drawing? And me going, nah, nah, I don't think so. Um, But then I never really stopped because she was always drawing and it was like a thing that we did together. And I remember very much in the beginning, I just liked having something that we shared to do together. I really didn't do it for me. Um, I didn't really care for it for myself. But then, we would make characters because I was a weeb. um we would make characters and then I think that's when the passion started growing a little bit more, is the realization that I could, instead of having these characters just in my head and like using online images that I could find to in my head represent them, right, I could draw them shittily, but I could draw them. And that, I think that's also why I still really like character drawings. Is like my favorite thing to do, is like drawing my characters or characters of other people, but just like that is my passion, and that is that grew that passion. It's like it took a couple years I think to develop. At first it was kind of just whatever. But I like drawing characters. And not even like, I was never really much of a fan artist. I've never started off that way. Like, yes, I would make fan characters of media that I was a fan of, but not, I wouldn't necessarily draw the characters of that show because I never really felt that I could do them justice, and that wasn't really what I cared about. It was more like putting my own characters on paper. So that is basically, and I really liked drawing for others. Like drawing for others people's birthdays or such. That kind of uh worked really well for me as well, where I was like, oh, this is fun. I like being able to do stuff for other people. The savior of the broken. Yeah, I think if you look at my art and considering that I just draw a lot of OCs, especially in the last 2 years, I feel like it makes sense looking what inspired me to draw. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken? Also, my ads are gonna start in about 4 to 5 minutes, so I will take a little break when they happen. So I can stretch, hydrate, all that good stuff. I need to actually remember to not sit like a fucking gremlin. Carry on, carry on. Kind of want to turn off all this for a second. Yeah, I just extended it and made it a little lower. Yeah, I worried for a while as my identity as an artist, a long time ago now. Um, it's so funny. I've like I said, I've generally always been an OC artist. That's been where my passion lies. I then was like, should I make more fan art? Is because like I I like fan art. And like I feel like that's the thing that people do. And then I'm like, no, it's fine. I can just keep drawing my funky little guys and have a good time. It doesn't matter. I also wasn't instantly a furry because I didn't know what the fuck they were. And now here I am. Hello, hello. My ads are about to start in a minute. Yeah, I feel like ultimately that's the best way to go about it. Do what you enjoy. Am I more than you bargained for yet? Just gonna lower these so they're not so on the top of that. You're just a line in a song. Turn on the bangs, see if I like what I did. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, my ads are about to start, so I'm gonna take a little break. Everyone remember to stretch and hydrate. And I will see you guys after the ads. I'm back. Also, Lori, you're so real. It's also my entire teens. So valid. Heard, understood, same. Alright. I think because I turned off all the other stuff. In me, these. I think it's just time for me to work on the clothes and rendering them. And now comes the troubling part. I don't remember what I used for some of these layers. Luckily, I can peek at my other layers. Oh, that's right. I kind of wanted to see the fluff. I think I'm satisfied with where I ended with these. But hell yeah, sing from the top of your lungs. Self that you're gone, but though you're still with me, I know enough to. Color balancing on the screen in front of me looks fine. I was adjusting the colors a little bit, but I think I might lighten it a little bit because I don't think you can quite see. Need to turn this back off. I don't think you can quite see the shading of this onesie underneath. And that annoys me. Oh. I might just adjust the colors a little bit. I'm so glad that I kept all the shading and everything separate still. Because I made it darker on purpose so that I could... that the difference was more... like you could see it better. But I feel like now it's so severe that you can't really see what I'm trying to do. Okay, there it is. Trying to find layers, man. It's tough. So I'm just gonna lighten them up a little bit. Yes, of the grudge that kills the pain, the red flag we never meant to see. Those are the lines. The red flag we never meant to see. So tomorrow don't need today when they live. Just very softly do this here as well. It's the annoying thing with dark colors. If you want any kind of contrast, you need to fucking slap that contrast in there, because otherwise it will not show up. Lighter colors are easier to work with. But if they're too light, they're not that easy to work with either. Just gonna turn that off. I think that's fine. I might just make these darker. Need to open your fucking reference sheets. For your flats. Because I would like to change that as well, where more colors are universal. There's also an illustration in the background that I was working on, that I was considering working on further today, but this is technically darker than this, and this is the same? Sure is. Why are these all different blacks? What the fuck was I doing? I hate myself sometimes. Again. Take me past the edge. I want to see the other side. I could make the hoodie a bit lighter. To make it pop more. Where is... Where... Oh, that is that layer. Okay, sick. Just gonna try it. And then I go to you. Boop. Yeah, that doesn't really change in the way that I care about. I have an idea. If I can find the layers. Color. Jesus! How is this thing alone so many layers? Why is all your color in one thing? It really shouldn't be. Did I mistake you for a sign from God? Or are you really here to cast me off? Or maybe just to turn me on? 'Cause these days I would be lying if I told you that. Yes, it is Sleep Token. Hello, hello. I'm so normal about them. As I continue to say. Also, hi! Sorry, I'm very deep in thought on how to fix an issue that I have in my brain considering colors. How am I? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I feel like if I make that lighter, I like that better. And that is doable change-wise here as well. If I can find the sleeves layers. I'm so normal about them too, hell yeah. We love to see it. Oh, here we are. I'm just ever so slightly changing these colors to match up a little bit better. It's very hard to notice. The ever so slight differences that I'm fucking making here, but the strong is really cool, thank you. I know I care. Good to make you slightly lighter as well. I just want the body piece to pop out a little bit more compared to the other things. God, I wish I named my layers already. Nope, that is too pink. Hi! Enjoy your daily plushie. Doing a good job at work. I will also remember to fucking drink. And I get my crown, hell yeah. That's one thing that I need to add to this new model. I need to add a crown back. Hi baby! Welcome back! I'm struggling with my color choices. What else is new? Thank you. You can barely see what I'm doing here, but I know it matters in my brain, so... I'm just brightening up the hoodie ever so slightly so the black of the top underneath looks more in tune. I really ought to go through all these layers, but it's fine. Hydrate, I will, thank you. How was getting groceries? Now I'm gonna properly test this, because fuck it, I believe in myself. And I just need to fix this collar, because I don't know why so much of this is in the same layer when it really shouldn't be. I think I might have accidentally merged layers that I shouldn't have. All the old people were out and about, I swear to God. Oh no. What color did I use? Purple! My beloved. Also, why is this not all the way through? What the fuck? Oh, the worst. I hate that so much. Well, the bell is fine. I'm trying to see... without this. Hello, hello, welcome. So I'm very far into concentration mode. Because I'm trying to fix my colors and my changes here. Do I like this? Out of sight, out of mind, and it's already over, I don't even know. I do feel like the contrast of the shading is too light on this. That's an easy fix. On the collar I'm talking about right now, this. Because zoomed in I think it works fine, but zoomed out, I feel like it loses itself completely. But that is just an easy make the color darker. Now that I already closed. That looks better. I do feel like the lighter color contrasting with the darker onesie works better. This is now technically, I mean, this isn't shaded yet, but these two are now the same color. That makes this color stand out more. Because I don't want 3,000 different colors for everything. I need to turn the little thing back on. We love working on models. It's totally not a lot of work to figure out everything all the time. Because what pisses me off, right, that you can't really see here, about the... Please. Maximize, there we go. Is that there's 3 different blacks here. This is a different color than this. And it's a different color than this. All these, all this, fucking, all these, different blacks. That's why I have a 3 here, like 3 different... And this one is the same as this one. That's too many! Design-wise, it's pissing me off. Why did I do this? I'm fixing it. Also because it's easier to see. Hi, Batui. Oh, enjoy your lurk. Oh. Okay, I'm fine. I'm just reeling from my own design choices. Okay, in body. Now I need to go to this leg and fix this to be the same color as that also, and then we're done with that. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me. And... Again, what the fuck did I do here? That all the shading is in here? I mean, some of that makes sense. Some of it, not at all. But it's fine. Your best. Shit, you're right. I should stop shit-talking myself. I'm just confused at my own choices. It's fine. We're doing it live. I should talk kinder about my own work. You're very correct. Be nice to my bestie. Okay, I will, thank you. It's just you have that sometimes where you're just like, well, what was I doing? This is what I mean with like, working on a model takes so much brain power because I look at some of the things I've done and I'm like, I don't know why I did it this way. Ik heb geen idee, jongen. Thank you for that, Bets baby. Geen enkel idee. This would be funny if new viewers here would be like, what the fuck? They're Dutch? The amount of times that that happens is very funny to me. with angels. Okay, but I do like that those all match now. It doesn't change super drastically, but I just wanted this to be more readable. And I do think I achieved that. Without making this too dark now to read all the details. It's still a little dark on my PC monitor versus my tablet monitor, but it's fine. Turn that layer off. Like heaven, the night comes down. Like heaven, the night comes down. Like heaven, the night comes down. Like. Make this a little darker also. And then I think I'll leave it as is for the rest. And actually work on literally everything else that needs to get done. The whites of your eyes. I need to know what color I used here. The same purple again. Okay, sick. I love when I'm consistent. Endlessly, lovers entwine. I know for the last time. Did I? That looks way more orange. Okay, let's... Where are the spikies? No, that's more a pink. That's definitely more a pink. Where are the spikies? Bro, why am I so lost? Oh, because I straight up just used orange and I didn't... I didn't do it as a multiply layer. I'm like, I'm lost! What the fuck did I do here? Just, for these, I don't have them as a multiply layer for some reason. Well, no, not for some reason. I think I know why. Hi, Doho! I'm never up this early. Well, good morning. Good news, I'm lost in the sauce of what the fuck I'm doing. I'm good. Just struggling slightly? But we'll get there. There we go. Fix that color too. It sure is. I mean, I've been working on this one for a while. And it's gone through at least 3 iterations at this point. That's the beauty. I get to do whatever I want. But yes, yes, it is. I've been working on this one for longer than a year. Just on and off. Something to consider when they come for dinner at your place. Um, I did. Yes, I actually sent it this morning to Bon because that's so cute. And I was like, I sure am adding a bell to my new one. It'd be cute if we could do something with that, but I don't know what it requires. I don't. We're doing that again. But yes, I did, and it looks very cool. What a cute little addition. Yeah, I mean, people will, but native controller support? Ooh. I haven't looked too much into it, uh, to be very honest. That's two. Yeah, I like that better. I did too, yeah. Yeah, my playlist is just a lot of shit that I've listened to for forever. I'm supposed to be focused at work, but the music has me jamming. Oh no. Understandable. Okay. So now all this and move on its own so that it looks 3D-ish. Crying to the baseline, wear me out like Prada. I swear it's getting harder, even just to exhale, backed up into corners. Sick of trying to hide it every time they take mine. So stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me. Is that the same? It is the same. Okay.
I will hydrate, thank you.
I rest, you're so correct. I forgot I added that. Truly Tamagotchiing me. Let me stare at the wall for 20 seconds. Then I understand, but I'm still glad you came. So let me see those hands stick to me. Alright. It's such a good reminder because it's so good to just stare at something a little bit further away for a bit when working. Off the final parallel.
No worries. Have a nice walk and thank you.
The secret layers. We're getting into the secret layers. The rhythm, the stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare for of attrition. I'll take what I'm given. The best incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hello, welcome. Oh, I don't have my symmetry tool on. Let's not do that. Tell me, did I give you what you came for? It's always sleep token o'clock, to be fair. I'm once again wearing sleep token merch as I stream, so it's always sleep token o'clock. I'm afraid. And yes, this is Polyphia. Oh, sorry, I bumped into my mic. Haven't listened to Polyphia in years. Very valid. I like them a lot. No, this is my main playlist for stream, but it's honestly just all the music I like to listen to. Um and chat seems to generally like it as well, so we listen to it all together. Would a Pokeball work on you? Probably not. I'm not a Pokemon. Just passing by to say hi. Hi! Have you ever listened to Consider the Source? They're like instrumental prog, something or other. I've been into them lately. I have not heard of them. Do you have a song you could recommend? Maybe I can pop one on. And the truth of the matter is, I never let you go. Let you go. You go down just like Holy Mary, Mary on. That will ruffle Nintendo's feathers. I did not, but to be fair, I'm not someone who really cares about that kind of stuff. I play Pokemon a lot. I enjoy the Pokemon games. That doesn't mean that the studio is free from criticism, but I'm also not someone who likes chasing the I find internet drama a little bit too much of a globalization, or like a generalization for it, but it feels like it to me. I like whimsy in my life, and I feel it very exhausting to focus on those types of things. I never let you go, let you go. I don't think I will, but fair. I'm sure I will see it across the internet, whether I want to or not. If you choose to run away with me, will you internally? And I see nothing wrong with that. If you choose to run away with me, I'll tickle you internally. Cathedrals, skies into glass, wonderful. Oh, I keep hitting my mic. I look forward to when my desk has moved so I can change the setup slightly so it's a little bit better optimized for streaming. Um, I'd go with many words of disapproval. All right, I'll listen to it after ads. My ads are about to run in like 30 seconds or so, so I'm gonna take a little break when they happen, but I can pop it on after. Um, and have a little check because I'm curious. It's always nice trying to find new things to listen to. Just trying to find something that wasn't obscenely freaking long. That's very fair. I appreciate you. Existence, won't you fall for me? Alright, my ads are about to start, so I'm gonna take that little break, and I'll see you guys after. I'm back. Had a snack real quick, and I popped in the song as the next song. I had to look it up for a sec because it wasn't showing up at first, but I found it. I found it. Let me put on my headphones a little bit up for you guys. Well, for me. So I can listen in. Hmm. Oh no, for sure. I don't think I would listen to it a lot, but I do like it. It's funky. It's fun. Yes, I'm sorry, Bijou. You're sitting. No, please don't sit in front of my tablet. Baby girl, I'm working. Thank you. Bijou is here. And she was like, but mama, I want cuddles right now. Bad news, baby girl. I can't. Bijou sits where mama sits. Yeah, basically. Their aesthetic is kind of like if you took prog metal boys and then hit them with hippification ray. Hell yeah. I can I can hear that in the vibes. Listen, it's definitely fun. I love when music is just funky. Didn't know this wasn't a song you put in. Yeah, right? Like it isn't far from what I listen to. What kind of I assume cat is Bijou? You are correct. She is a cat. She's a little torty. I can hold on. I could probably show her off if she stays where she is right now. Little cat cam as a treat. There she is. She just wants attention. And she looks angry all of the time. It's very bad in this lighting, but like it's hard to see her. But she's a baby. Just a little baby. Hi. Yeah. And they look so mad all the time. Yeah, she looks pissed all the time. But she's very sweet. She's incredibly cuddly and incredibly Velcro. And that's why she wants to sit where I'm at. Which is why she has this is a cat, like a lower cat tower. I can tell she's headbutting my hand. That's how desperately she wants pets. Yeah. You're such a sweet little lady. Um, oh, there she is. Um, she just wants attention. She wants to be where I am, so I set up this spot for her, which was usually good enough for her. But lately, she's taken a habit to sitting where my keyboard is, like right in front of my keyboard, especially when I'm gaming. Because then she can kind of sit in between my arms. Um, and that's not convenient right now because I'm drawing. Refuses to close his eyelids. Oh, what a calm sweetie. She is very much a calm sweetie. Yeah. She's 12 years old, very healthy, and she's just a big baby. Yeah, you guys get cat cam for a while. She'll stay there for a while, I'm sure. I love that you can see this is my sketchbook over here. Just a little flower border for her. Yeah, she's just a little baby. Yeah, you are. Bunch of my friends have younger cats. Some not that much younger, some only like a year old. My boyfriend also has a cat that's only a year old, and she looks like Bijou's little sister because she's also a tortie, and it's so fucking cute. But they do look distinctly different. But they're just little babies. My desk is kind of too tall and isolated the room from my chubby orange to find a way up there. Oh, baby. Mine is 10 months and likes launching from the. Yeah, when they're young, they're crazy. She had her crazy streaks, but she's always been kind of gentle and cuddly. But definitely they mellow out once they get older. But she's old. She old lady. Old little lady. It's not a light landing. No, what she used to do is back at my dad's, I had a bed and it was like it was not quite like a futon on the floor type situation, but it was a very low frame. It didn't really have any space underneath the frame. And then next to the bed, like right next to it, oh, her little Pete. Um was like was a couch with a very, very high armrest. And she loved laying on the armrest. It was as high this is the back of my couch over here. It was as high as the back of the couch. Now, compared to like a very low bed, That's quite a distance. It might have been a little bit higher. It was a weird couch. Um, she loved to sleep on the side of that couch, and then in the middle of the night, she would decide, like at 4 a.m., she would decide, all right, it's time for food or time to play, and she would jump from that armrest onto my stomach, and the first time she did that, it scared the living shit out of me because all the air got knocked out of me. And she made that a game, and I was like, we can't do this. Pete's for free? Yeah, just a little Pete's. A little Pete's. So she had her wrecking ball stage. But now she just climbs on top of me to cuddle with me. She doesn't like laying underneath a blanket, but she loves being on top of your lap, or if I'm in bed, like I lay on my side, so she lays on my side, like on top of me a lot. It's very cute. Cats are so great. They are. I love cats. I love having a cat. I love the way torties look. Same. She looks particularly scrungly, which she's always looked scrungly. Like her fur looks kind of scrungly. She's very healthy, but her fur just loves to, I don't know if it shows up on the webcam a lot, but her fur loves to just stick up. The vet has checked it multiple times. Like it's you can't really see it that much. It's she just has a little bit of scrungly fur, but that's okay. I love my little lady so much. I went to the vet with her a few months ago, and her blood tests and everything came back. And he was like, if I didn't know it was Bijou, I would have thought on paper this looks like a cat that's 5 years old. So she's very healthy. And she's very softly purring. Yes. Yeah, she looks a little scrunglow. She does. She's my little scrunglow. She's 12. Like, the only way that I can really tell that she's older compared to her younger years is that she does, like, her weight has shifted a little bit, but I go to the vet with her every year, once a year for a checkup. And we've made sure that it's all that she's very healthy. Yeah, yes. And she's okay with forehead kisses. She more likes pets and scritches, especially like this. And she will lean into it very much. Yeah. I also like cat pets. My senior cat loves Sifteman's forehead kisses. She will lean. Oh, that is so cute. One of my friend's cats is the same. She loves little forehead kisses, but she will then also give you a little nem back. She gives you, like, if you present your forehead, she also gives it a little kissy. It's very cute. Miss Slaps, yeah. I love this song. She will also sometimes return kisses. That's so cute. My orange is the belly rubbiest cat on earth. You can just rub her belly for 20 minutes and she will fall asleep. Aww. She does appreciate belly rubs as well. And she'll let me do anything in terms of like this is her back paw. I can She also just lets me pick her up and hold her like a little baby. She doesn't love it, and you can tell that she doesn't love it, but she'll let you do, or let me do anything, because she's just like, yeah, this is fine. She also knows that I will let her go again, and that makes a big difference. Nah. It's very valid. There we go. Oh, that's so sweet. I know too many cats that don't like being picked up. She never liked being picked up, but I made sure that she's used to it for the vet and such. It's just easier if she doesn't freak out. At all, king of the clouds, I get lifted, king of the clouds, I get lifted. Yeah, there's not really any obvious folds that would be here. I think I can just leave it as this. It doesn't need to be more. Of the clouds, I get lifted, king of the clouds. Clouds, I get lifted, nation to me from where I don't know. Oh, I didn't realize that that now shows up. Let me fix that. Searching. Was wondering why it was laid out like that. Now that makes sense. Cat was feral until like 13 or 14 weeks old. She's super friendly and well behaved considering that, but we never trained her to tolerate nail clipping or bathing. Unfortunately, a drop of water on her and she Aw, that's fair. She she was found on the street as a kitten and then we adopted her from a shelter. I don't know how she is with nail clipping, but I'm gonna have to figure that out, which I regret not getting her desensitized to that when she was younger, but I noticed that she's older, she doesn't um trim her own nails as well. Like she doesn't scratch and keep them as trim as probably, and now she gets stuck on things. So I'm gonna have to start that, but I do have insane trust with her, and she does let me do pretty much anything. Like check in her mouth and touch her belly, and when she has ticks, she lets me remove them and everything. So I'm like, okay, I think it should be fine. Bathing, she's fine with. I've never really had to, but she's had fleas before when she was young. And I would put her in the sink to calm her out, and she likes being in the sink. So even if you turn on the water, she's not loving it, but she's like she's very tolerant. She's just kind of accepts whatever I do and trusts that it is okay. But I will have to figure out how well that will go. We are wild. We are like young volcanoes. We are. That is not the same. Is it the purple still? Also no. What color are you? Not you. It does seem like it is the purple. No, it's more pinkish. It's just hard to see for me. We are wild. We are like young volcanoes. Like I unfortunately I never really thought about it in terms with her of like, oh, I should make sure that she's fine with getting her nails clipped because that would be convenient later on. But I'm sure she'll be okay. Yeah, that's true too. At least keep trying to. No, I do find that true because she was not as forgiving with me picking her up in her earlier years, and now she doesn't really care. I also need to look. Okay, it's only 4 p.m. It's like I need to keep an eye on what fucking time it is because I will just sit here and work for forever, but I do want to cook dinner. I hate being alone. Look for that feeling to not feel at all. I get the lore, I sing. Know how to swing. The higher I get, the lower I sing. I stopped following Bring Me the Horizon for a while after some internal. Then when this song became a part of meme culture a few years ago, that's very fair. I'm gonna be very honest and say I had not listened to them at all, ever, until they played in concert in the Netherlands. And I went to see them. Um with a friend who had tickets and was like, "Hey, do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yep, bet." Um, it was a few years ago now. I want to say like 3, 4 years ago, and I liked them. But I'm not super heavy into a lot of heavier metal, so I like their newer stuff. Uh, which pisses some people off because it's a little bit more chill. But personally, I like that. The early work is very deathcore. Yeah, exactly. Both are good. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't like deathcore stuff personally, but I think it's cool. Um, yeah, no, I like them a lot. It was fun to listen, and it was fun to see them live. Very good live as well. And ever since, I've just adopted some of their songs into my playlists. I think now that I've done that, I have put all the changes in. I am a little bit bothered about one of these layers. Not ears, head, please. Thank you. Eyes. I think because I changed the eye shape. Like a little less of this. Yeah. And just a little lower in. Oh, sorry. I moved it in front of my tracking. Yeah, that looks a little better. It was it was bothering me. The shapes were not going along. But I think that's at least all the edits thrown in. And I need to remind myself of what I still need to do. By grabbing my to-do list. What the fuck am I still adding to this? I was thinking of adding the crown. And I need to make sure that everything is named. And the only other thought I had was to add the ponytail as an option as well. The very worst part of you is me. Because I think outside of that, I think I'm done. Is there lore regarding the just because it looks sick? I have a demon toggle that doesn't get activated very much. And with the new model, it's just I have changed the design a little bit, as you can tell. By the fact that the horns and the sclera and everything are like that all the time. Um, it was always supposed to be some kind of like fox demon type thing, and I just like magical circles and like summoning circles and that kind of stuff. So I thought it'd be funny to design some kind of um some kind of summoning circle for the drawing tablet. I kind of want to see how I can integrate that back in this new design in terms of I do have the toggle here for the tablet. I'm making it much smaller though, so it doesn't block out as much as the thing. Um and this is a very big space for what is functionally this is my entire screen. You can tell where my tablet pen is going in on the model itself. It's very big for what I actually end up using. So I wanted to change that up a little bit. I mean, just a little bit. I just realized if I made that lighter, then I need to change that on these as well. I'm in deep with this girl, but she's out of her mind. She's out of her mind. It's incredibly slight, but I know it will piss me off. Black skirt and bow stuck in her head. I'm in deep with this girl, but she's out of her mind. We all need something to live for, yeah. Do you use a display tablet? Yes, I do. I use a Wacom Cintiq 16 Pro, fucking, I think. They have such complicated names. And I lose track of what it is all called. But yes, I do. I prefer it. I've been using a display tablet for 12 years. I'll never see again. Me register these. Save her. I gave my life to save her, the ocean tide to rest. And I took them all, and I fall, and I fall, and the tide took them all. Just gonna change this these colors real quick. I will probably wrap up after.
Hydrate, I will, thank you.
No, that's very fair. I used a Wacom bamboo fun for the longest time. So I'm working on my new model. I'm just fixing some things on it and adding some shading. And honestly finding out that I am 99% done. I just need to add a couple more toggles. I'm the type of person that's like, use what you can get your hands on. It doesn't matter. I was very lucky to be able to afford and trying to find where these claws are. Well, one pair is here. To be able to afford the tablet that I have, but I also bought it secondhand. I tend to buy all my tablets secondhand. Ah, this is where the others are. And that makes a big difference. Yes, yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same. I love when I can get my hands on stuff that's been used, because, might as well. Damocles would hit me back. No alabaster carvings of faces on the farthing would prevent my head from fading to black. And it feels like falling into the sea from outer space in seconds to me. And I play Discord and days on repeat until they look like harmony. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't? Oh, that is the wrong. This one, yes. Who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. No, I should be touring. I know these words are boring, but I can't always be killing the game. No golden grand pianos or voices from the shadows will do anything but feel the same. Okay. I'm not gonna slap a new song on now because I'm about to wrap up stream. But feel free to. Are you in the Discord? If you are in the Discord, feel free to dunk it there, and I will happily listen to it then. But I'm sorry. I'm about to wrap up. I'm running on a used graphics card. Oh yeah, absolutely. My graphics card, and power supply, I bought through someone else. The iPhone that I use for tracking is secondhand. My mic is secondhand. My keyboard is secondhand. My tablet is secondhand. There are things about my computer and my setup that are new. If I couldn't find it secondhand, but I try to get secondhand stuff all the time. I've truly. Yeah, no worries. Feel free to recommend it next time though. I'm happy to listen to some new music every now and then. But like I said, for now, oh, look at her. Yeah, you're so cozy. Do you want a treat? Should we give her a treat, chat? I will hold up. I will grab a treat before we end the stream. I activated her. There we go, a little treat for the baby. That's it, baby girl. Thanks for the kisses. I got these treats for her. They seem to be all right. Yes. No, you're not getting more. I love you, but 2 is enough. All right, let me go to chatting and turn off the camera before I forget. Yes. Oh, why did that not? There we go. Yes, I'm sorry. I activated you now. You can cuddle more in a second. Thank you for the yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It was nice. I had a nice time being focused and just working. I'm glad that I could get all the edits done. Oh, thank you. I very No, I'm glad I could get all the edits done so that I feel a little bit more secure going forward. I need to sit down to name all the layers, and I want to add in a crown toggle because that does get used in stream regularly enough that I'm like, I because I'm very critical. I've been thinking very critically about what toggles I want to add. But I think crown is fine. Crown gets used a lot. And then I will think about doing the alternative hairstyle, the ponytail, because I do like it a lot. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was really nice. I'm glad that I can just sit and focus. I'm so close to being done. I can I feel it. I can do it. If I really wanted to, I could work for another hour and probably I don't want to do the naming of the layers on stream because that's fucking boring and I need my keyboard for that. So if my tablet is right above my keyboard, that's annoying. But I think if I did another hour to add in the hair, I would be done, but not now. We can take a break. Streaming. Let me see. I think my schedule should stay the same for next week still. Yes. All right. Next week on Tuesday, I should stream. There should be no changes in that regard. I mean, no, we don't, but the Discord itself is protected. But I should probably, make it a little bit more, like, something that people need to request to get. So good note, thank you. But yeah, no, next week, I will be live again on Tuesday, regular time, around this hour. Because so far that's been working out really well. I just eat lunch, go live before dinner, and then work for a few hours, depending on how much energy I have. Hi, bye! So I hope to see you guys then. Let me have a quick look at who's live. For a raid. Where is my cursor? No worries, no worries. Like, I set up the Discord itself that you can't just see everything outright. But you're good. Alright, let's see. I'm sure some of my friends are up and doing things. Ooh. This is always a little bit of an awkward hour to stop streaming because some other people have been live for a long time and then I'm not sure whether they will still keep going or not. But it's fine. I think Naoma is still going. It's always a nice time with them. So we're just gonna go say hi to them. Yeah, if you're new here and you like the vibes, I need to put all my commands in chat. Here are my socials. I post the VODs up on YouTube when I remember. But the best way to follow me is usually Blue Sky, and then there is the Discord as well. We just have a nice little community server. Hell yeah, Katie, I get the feeling. Like I said, I'll be streaming again next week on Tuesday, regular time, all the good stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be working on what I was working on today, like more of the model, or if I'm going to be working on an illustration. I don't know. I might be gaming. We never know. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're coming into the raid with us, you can copy and paste one of these raid messages, depending on your sub status. Yeah, it's nice meeting you too. I hope you have a good time. Thank you for coming in. Here's the raid. You can copy and paste one of the raid messages, depending on your sub status. I hope everyone has a nice weekend. Love yourselves.